Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Katie. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit fun and different because I'm going to be sharing some DIY decor ideas that are inspired by 90s trends. So I've kind of been loving how some things from the 90s are coming back, and I say some things because as someone who grew up mostly in the 90s, I would say there are things that should just be left there for sure, but there are a few things that I really do like, and so I'm going to incorporate them into some decor ideas and share them with you. And I think it's really fun because they're still modern enough that you can have them in your home today and not be like, whoa, that screams 90s. So it's just kind of like a subtle ode to the 90s. So I hope you guys will enjoy it, and let's get started. So the first 90s trend that's making a huge comeback right now is the daisy pattern, and I remember having daisy jewelry and decor, and I've been seeing it everywhere, like on Urban Outfitters and in other stores, so I wanted to try to create my own daisy inspired piece. To start out, I'm using these wood knobs that you've seen me use a million times before, and this is still from the same original pack, by the way, so it does go a long way if you do purchase them. I wanted the base to be pink, so I just used some simple acrylic craft paint to cover both of these. And I found that the first coat gave decent coverage, but for full coverage, I definitely needed to go back in and do a second coat of paint. Once that first coat was dry, I used a wood dowel to paint the middle part of the flower, and I simply dipped it in yellow paint and then carefully made a dot right onto the wood. I would recommend spacing these out a decent amount, so maybe only do about 5 to 6 per piece. We'll be adding in the petals next, so you want to leave room for those so it doesn't look crowded. For the petals, I used a toothpick, which I found worked perfectly as far as being more precise compared to a paintbrush. I dipped the point of the toothpick in white paint, then drew the petals all around the edge of the yellow dot. And what I like about this is that if you mess up, you can just add more pink paint and start over, so it's no big deal, but this is a really simple shape, so you don't have to be any sort of skilled artist to create this, which is perfect for me. Once all the paint had dried, I added a bit of hot glue to the first one, then placed it with the flat side down against the bottom of a small craft mirror. I'm just using one mirror, so the back side will be black, but you can also glue two together back to back if you want a more finished look. The last step is to line the second wood knob up with the first and glue it on the opposite side. And now the mirror will stand perfectly and it's ready to display. Next up, I was inspired by the classic 90s geometric shapes. Think about the beginning of Saved by the Bell for reference, if you know what that is. If not, just Google it. But I wanted to create a planner that incorporates these shapes, so I'm gonna do that using oven-baked clay. It doesn't matter what color you use of this clay because all of these will be spray painted. So I just rolled out a small piece of clay and started to cut a bunch of shapes. For the circles, I used this little plastic tube, and then I used my clay knife to create different types of triangles, as well as longer pieces that I rolled out into snakes and bent into squiggly shapes. You can have fun with this and create any types of shapes that you want. Just Google 90s geometric patterns and you'll get tons of inspo. I baked all of these according to the package instructions, and when they were cool, I glued them right to my planter using hot glue. And this is just an affordable plastic planter from IKEA. I tried to add these shapes randomly and to not glue them too close together. The last step is to paint the whole thing, and this is kind of where I'm keeping it more modern to match my current decor by painting this all one color. So now I can add in a plant and it's ready to style. All right, you guys know what to do. As always, let me know in the comments down below which of these DIYs was your favorite. Let's have a little battle of the DIYs. So leave your comment below, leave your vote below. And as always, if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I would love that. I share little sneak peeks of projects over there and do little giveaways. So make sure you are following me. And of course, make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. I've got another IKEA hacks video coming up really soon. I'm working on that now, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.